You are watching The Light Show Gaming.
Alright, welcome back to another video of Titan Brawl. My name is Foz Design and I'll be bringing you 7 things top players do that you should. And if you are a beginner, then this video is going to be very helpful for you, because it's going to be a very informative, full of information, and it's educational for newer players. And if you are older players, then maybe these pointers will help you. And yeah, so anyway, if you don't like the music, I'm sorry, because my interface was having problems, so I have to play my own music. Sorry if you are going to miss the Titan Brawl music, but whatever. This topic will be quite a long topic to say. It's going to be full of information, as I've said. Anyway, let's get to number 1. And number 1 is you have to spend your elemental tokens wisely, especially if you have just started. If you are a new player, I don't care how many champion tokens you have, and you should most probably be, no, I mean you should spend it anyway, the tokens. It helps you to level up and all the bragging rights and stuff, and most importantly, you also have the health. Anyway, that's not the point I'm talking about. Anyway, if you spend the elemental tokens on the wrong champions, it can be costly and time consuming. And do you know why I said time consuming and maybe costly? That is because you only get the elemental tokens in boxes, and the only time you can get the most number of elemental tokens is from the end of season rewards, and you have to be on the elite rank to maximize your rewards earned. And it takes 2 weeks, and 2 weeks is not fast. It's a very long time if you think about it. Anyway, if you are starting out, my recommendations is to not waste your elemental tokens on the healers, Beverly, and the other one I forget. Tribor is also not worth it. Gaia is, she's also not that good, and some others that maybe you should know. Try to spend your tokens, especially when you have just started. Try to get a Sabrina token. Elena is good, and even Thor. If you are starting out, and 2 other champions of your choice. Maybe never mind. The one that I recommend is 2 tankers and 1 carry. That brings us to number 2, which is to look at the bigger picture. As in, when I say looking at the bigger picture, I mean if you are starting out your team if you are sorting out your team composition, tell and ask yourselves, why do I need this champion? Is there any reason I need 2 tanker, 1 tanker, or just no tankers at all? Alright, let's just give an example. If you are, for example, you want to have KO as your main damage dealer, and I refer to main damage dealer as carries because I come from Dota 2 and I refer to them as carries. So anyway, KO has high damage, and hold on, I'm looking at what I'm trying. Yeah, so KO has high damage and he has below average HP, which means he's quite squishy, but he has high damage per second and he attacks very fast than the average champions. His special move summons 2 clones of him, so that makes him 3, but I'm not sure if it's still like that. Anyway, his clones has lower HP also. So and you need 2 mana to maximize to maximize the KO's clones and his damage potential. And then when you try to look at it, you start looking at your inventories, like what combinations can I make to ensure that KO is able to show his full potential in a match, and so he won't get destroyed. You know, KO has counters. His weakness is area of effect, and so you look at your inventories and you can see that champions like yeah, it's still working. Yeah, anyway, you look at champions like Gilbert, Yeah, Gilbert. What his special move does is he gives extra health to every minions and champions that have been summoned currently in the battlefield. So Gilbert's superpower actually adds up KO's clones and make him survive more like AoE, especially like Chi Chi. It suddenly makes him able to survive, and he can show his damage potential in match. Anyway, Gilbert is a good one, and he also has 1000 and about 1000 HP, so that makes him a good tanker in a match. He also does 15 damage, which is like average of the auto attack, and it's pretty good. He has high HP, average damage, and his superpower is okay, but with KO it makes KO really effective. And also for the other one, you start to look at it, maybe you need range champions, not heroes. I keep saying heroes. Anyway, you need range champions because you have two melee heroes. They are close combat, and imagine if the enemy has Thor and you happen to be using 3 melee hero. Thor is most probably going to destroy all your tankers and all the melee heroes if you happen to have 3 melee heroes in the battlefield, and he might get greedy too and use like 2 or 3 superpowers to destroy, and it's pretty fast. Your minions are most definitely going to die. As for Titans, you can have Snuffs for pushing ability. Since your compositions lack mobility, you only have Gilbert, you have KO. He walks fast, but you don't have that defense to push enemy away. Pushing is like, it's really important in the game. Anyway, enough of that. Now let's get to number 3, is to learn your enemies. There's a saying that I forget. Is knowing your enemy is half the battle won. So anyway, what you should do is, or what actually the top players do is, he will look at the leaderboard and then press your own name here, and the leaderboard will actually show the people that is in the leaderboard that is around your range. So what you want to do is look at the players that is above you by about 10 ranks. For example, let's click on this Jester guy, and then click on his battle log, and you want to look at the most important thing that you want to look at is his battle log that shows his losses. So look at his losses. The first thing you want to look at is to look at his current team compositions. He has Vortigen, he has Thor, KO, and Gilbert. And as I've said for the example on number 2 just now, KO and Gilbert, the combination is really strong, and he has Thor. So try to picture what he's trying to do. He has Vortigen, which is a range minion and high damage minion, but low HP, and he has Chippy. The reason maybe for having Chippy is because he has Thor. Thor can damage it 2 times, and Chippy is the like suitable build to ensure that you are able to win the game. But however, look at his enemy. He fought Anubis and lost, and when you look at it, you can actually picture why he has lost the game. There are just by looking at it, I can picture 2 things and 2 reasons why he lost the game. The first is most probably because Anubis gets to summon his Sabrina first, and he was not able to counter. He only has Thor and KO anyway. So the other thing that maybe made him lose the game is he got greedy and summoned KO, and even wasted his mana on Gilbert to ensure that KO is tanky. But however, he forgot that Drock's superpower does about 170 damage, which is enough to kill KO in one shot. and his clones. So learn your enemies. That's my point. Once you learn your enemies and try to see how and why he lost the game and his composition, you start to learn more on the overall potential of your champions. And yeah, that's all. Anyway, let's get to number 4. And number 4 is to make as many friends as possible. Not only, yeah, it might sound logical, but not only it makes the game more fun to play, especially with the implementations of chat emotes in a match. Like you seen your friend in a match and like make a smiley face or whatever, laugh at him. Anyway, the other reason is the fact that when you have more friends, you actually have higher chances of your friends actually sending you tokens. If they like you, then maybe they can request to trade tokens with you, and sometimes they will just send you the tokens out of their goodwill, right? Okay, let's get to number 5. Is to go into casual match if you want to practice your current compositions. Anyway, what you don't know is that in a casual match you will also be versusing, if that's a word, versusing players in ranked matches. Just that you won't be losing your rank points even if you lose, or you won't earn if you win. I'm sure you are quite surprised, but that's how it has usually works for the past few months, ever since the game has been released. And yeah, maybe when the player base starts to increase, then this feature might not be available anymore. So go into casual match if you want to experiment with your new team compositions and stuff. And let's get to number 6. Always in a match, tap on the champions first. Maybe I can show you an example. Let's get into maybe practice range. So always tap on the champions first. What I mean is that whenever you are, however you are, always click on your champions first, even if you have no intention of summoning the champion. This is a practice match, so I just show you an example. Anyway, the reason for tapping on the champions first is that to ensure that you have as much time to react as possible. A few seconds of wasted time, or even a few milliseconds of wasted time, can be really costly and make you lose the game. Anyway, I'm going to surrender. I'm not sure if it's a bot or just normal player, but it won't affect my rank, so whatever. So I hope you get what I mean. Tap on the champion so you have as much time to react as possible. And finally, for the lucky number 7, don't ever summon all your 3 or 4 champions, if you want to include the in these tips, in one lane. Greed is never a good idea in this game, and you will pay dearly for it. So anyway, previously, like a few hours ago, I played a match and I got really greedy, and I lost 20 points in a match to someone lower ranking than me, because I got really greedy and did not expect him to have Drock in a match, and I happened to summon all my Sabrina, Rock and Drock in the lane, and I wasted mana on Rock, the red color, this guy. His mana, it's my last mana bar anyway, and I was stuck. So the enemy just used his drop and push us away, and I lost a lot of HP on my champions, and it's oh, I saw a spider here. I'm not sure where it came from. Can you see that? I'm not sure you can see it, but it's a spider hanging around there. Yeah, so anyway, you will lose mobility, you will lose large amounts of health before you know it, and all of your champions will die, and you suffer very very slowly as your enemy destroys you, destroys your towers, destroys your totems, while you wait eagerly for your champions to respawn. 8 seconds is quite a long time. Yeah, so don't get greedy. Greed is never good. Anyway, yeah, that concludes all the 7 things that top players do that you should. And if you like my content, don't subscribe to my channel. I will be posting Titan Brawl videos every week, and most of it will be informations and tips for newer players and older players alike. And you can also follow me on Twitch. I will be live streaming very very soon. I'm not sure when. And anyway, talking about Twitch, I think I'm going to pause the song already. Wait. Yeah, anyway, talking about Twitch, I have the intention that I will actually not be streaming on Twitch, because my followers base are not that huge, and Twitch is just it's just, I'm not sure, I won't say ridiculous, but it's hard. It's time consuming, and sometimes there's only a few viewers at in one stream, and I usually stream for an hour or 2 just to get 3 viewers. I think it's pretty time consuming. So anyway, once I get a large subscriber base on my YouTube channel, this channel, I have a plan of actually using YouTube gaming to stream these Titan Brawl videos, and maybe some other games if I'm interested in them. So anyway, thank you for watching. This has been the top 7 things that top players do that you should. Anyway, and thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.